Hey, how's it going today? Yeah, this is Dave from Ranwood Park, and it's been a couple months. Yeah, and it's really cold outside. I got the diesel heater humming along, and over here is our Mazda 2. Gorgeous as ever. Yeah, all the wiring is pretty much done. Mapping all that stuff out absolutely took forever, and then like just using those like heating connects, but like every single one of these is like super sturdy, which was actually really surprising. And we're just gonna get the serpentine belt on, and yeah, took me a while to actually grow the fortitude to actually put a battery in and actually like turn the key, because I was afraid it was gonna catch fire. But no, it's all good. Wired everything in to the main harness of the Mazda 2, and then the instrument cluster had to go, because it immediately threw like 3 codes for the ICM. So when I plugged this in, which it's just a direct plug into the Mazda 2 plug, like 2 or 3 freaking codes went away. So that was amazing. But now I gotta find a way of getting this into the dash, and it's pretty big. I'm not quite sure how I can get that in there. I don't know if I can like swap this module in there, but like this is much bigger than the Mazda 2 one, so I gotta figure out what to do about that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to put the serpentine belt on in here. I had to make a notch here, right here, for the AC compressor. I think the motor is a little bit kind of like this, so if yours would be like straighter, then you might not have to do that. There you are, serpentine belts on. So a couple tips: get it wherever it needs to go. Then you get your 14 mil, and you go like righty tighty to loosen it. Might need a extension on it. Once you got it all the way to the back, you just zip tied it to the control arm, and then you're able to, because you gotta take this off while you're putting it on, because it won't go even with it full that way. So you gotta kind of put this on while that's zip tied back, and then you can get it on. It's kind of a pain in the butt, so I needed 2 hands and everything. Yeah, I don't have an idler pulley for this, since I'm not going to use the AC, but other than this bolt just snapped off in there at some point, so I only got 3 bolts on there, but since it's kind of just an idler, who cares anymore? Yeah, I'm not sure if they actually sell like idler pulley kits, but maybe go have a look on the Googles. Yeah. Next will be getting the gasket back in here. I don't know why I took that off and then slapped it back on, but I'll do that next. Here we are. Everything's assembled. Batteries in. Intake's on. Everything's tightened up, buttoned up. All ready to go. Everything seems to match up wiring wise. Maybe I should have pulled that up before I put the battery in. Where that chunk came from, I was trying to use it as a welder. I mean, I put it on backwards. Not on this car, someone else's. Oops. Given an error for the Mazda 2 cluster, so use the Mazdaspeed one. I had to figure out a way to get it to fit in there. It's like probably BCM error, maybe, with the lock thing. I don't know. That screen's too fancy for me, really. The auto. Put a VCI connect. And that's when you actually turn on the car, you can hear the fuel pump prime. Might have to switch the pedal set over to, I don't know. See if it tries to start. I don't know if it will or not. Alright. Nothing. You hear it prime. Nothing. Oh well, that's for another day. So here we are, back in the Mazda 2. Here we go. Big. Yeah. I don't know if this is gonna work. I have the Mazdaspeed ignition wired in here. I don't know if it's gonna work at all. The steering lock, but the steering isn't in it. Yeah, good. Gotta put it. I'm trying to put it in there. I put it in the one I just wired in. Alright, let's see if it'll work. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of holding it. But yeah, the security thing is still on. So, alright, so I'm gonna start on these coilovers and get these off. gonna rear weld them up to put the knuckles back on. So just need to space these out a bit so you can get the knuckles on there. And I'm gonna roll this piece of crap out of my garage because no matter what I do, the immobilizer's coming on with the ECU or whatever. So I think I'm just gonna cave in and get a cob access port. I'm pretty sure it has a immobilizer because that's like a big problem with, well, Subarus mostly. Never really had a problem with one of these, but like, I mean, if considering what I did to the harness, maybe we could just, everything works other than that, so we'll give it a shot. Because I was thinking about just grabbing like another code reader, because my code reader won't read this crap. Not that far, not into immobilizer territory. I tried the Mazdaspeed ignition, like wiring all this in, like a little diagram. See, like over here, Speed 3's got an extra 2 wires here, these two, that go to like the BCM, like the Speed 3 BCM and shit like that. So instead of fucking trying to swap over a BCM, I'm gonna try just getting an access port, because I'm gonna need it anyway, because this thing is gonna probably need an exhaust and stuff, and I'm not gonna put a restrictive exhaust back on it or anything like that, so might as well do that, and high pressure fuel pump and stuff like that, the little plunger eventually. So I just want to get this out of my garage so I can have it back for now. So I got the hood back on, and I'm gonna do that. And yeah, they're 5-bolt, but whatever. I think I've got some wheels for it somewhere. So I'm gonna hop to that right now. Can't say I'm super stoked about cutting these things up, but I guess I'm dedicated. Worst case in Ontario, just like I got a set of bike carbs, still a set of bike carbs on here. Or go like port injection. Use like port injection manifold off of like a 2.3 Ford Ranger or something with an MZR in it. And then just use my Mega Squirt and carb my ZLV instead. But yeah. Man, should I cut the bolts in? I've been just absolutely preoccupied with the fact that this thing, I did a bunch of burnouts in the mud in the middle of my yard just before winter, and then I just sat in here covered in mud the whole time. So we're gonna get it out and wash it and stuff. Be nice. I put it there of all freaking places. Yeah, just put your tool right on the control arm, right where you know where you left it. So I think I'm gonna cut this side off, and like this shit, that's for like the brake line, that's for like the traction control, I guess, that the sensor. I'm just gonna live with it, I guess, without that gone. Not even sure if I'm gonna be using it, but yeah, this project has it's really uncomfortable to do. I don't think there's anything comfortable about it. You gotta rip up your Mazda 2 somewhat, and there's not too many bolt-on items, but some of it is. Not enough of it. I'll say that. One thing, the hood just touches here, so it needs clearance, but like the clearance is like here, so it's kind of like Okay, get to cutting that. I don't wanna, but I'm gonna. No regrets. Gonna notch the bottom hole. And the top one needs to just come out a bit, get the Dremel or something, or just make it bigger. Well, it's less butcher than I thought it would be. Even if it is butchered, it's like, you know, being butchered by a old school Japanese butcher. Like, oh yeah, please make me into Wagyu, please. Yeah, I would love it. There you go. Okay, I was maybe just bragging a little too much, but then once the other side's in, welded and everything, then we can do the other side kind of thing. I'll still be able to get a bolt in there. I just leave it. Now you get this massive piece of plate here. It's a little bit overkill. And we'll mark that out. Drill the holes, bolt it together, weld it, call it good. I mean, I'm not even gonna bother with the, I'll throw a washer on it, whatever. And while we're here, we'll just make 2 of them. That way the bottom hole is exactly the same on both sides of the car. I think that's a good idea. Could be worse. So we got the plate in, bolted up. It should be flat. This, because I notched it, was kind of warped, but you know, you can unwarp it by just, I don't know, probably should throw a washer in there. I'm actually going to do that. I'll throw a washer in there before I go welding this up. But yeah, I'm going to clean all this shit up, weld it, make it look nice, and paint it. Yep. Shitty. Or you just snap your wrist off. Woohoo! So this is my second attempt. I had to make them a little bit longer, and push the bolt through the bottom hole to get this microscopic little grease ball here to indicate a center for the bottom bolt. And yeah, hope I tried to get as much camber out of it as humanly possible. I'm not sure if that's everybody's cup of tea, but that's what I'm doing. So, started welding here. I had to like come back and go this way because I couldn't like weld all the way in there. So, we're gonna go over it again. Turned out really good. And we'll do the other one. I just did it off camera, sorry. Just not really sure where I should put it. You can actually see anything, so. So now we're gonna try to incorporate that into it, just in and around. Should be good now. That's what the grinder's for. It's not going anywhere. Alright, so we got second side done. Good enough? Yeah! Yeah. So let's put in the shocks back in, and I noticed something. I put this in, and it moved this kind of out of the way, so like enough that the strut wouldn't even go back in. Like this side was fine. Everything just bolted right up. Everything's kosher and nice. So I'm hoping we can just, now that this is aligned again, it was just like I put this 10 mil in and it literally moved the whole thing. Like, I guess it's supposed to be like that. I don't know. But we'll keep it loose and then hopefully we just get the strut back. Just running out of gas. Just freaking been at this all day. Because this is here, such a pain in the butt to try to. It's a pretty tight fit, I don't know why. Maybe get the jack and just. Push it up. Hey, so get this all buttoned up. Here, there, everywhere. Need new brakes. It's not in the budget. For now, this thing's gotta get out of here. They got other shit to do. I gotta wire in either the BCM for the Mazdaspeed or take it to Mazda and have them reprogram the key so that everything's copacetic or whatever. Yeah. And that'll be everything for this for now. until the next video, this is gonna sit outside for a while and get out of my hair, and that's it. See you later. Hi. So, I've encountered a couple of issues here. For one, the 2017 Mazda 3 Knuckles are no bueno. Well, they're bueno, but they're no bueno with the stock Mazda 2 lower control arms. I just kind of shoved a bolt in it, and I just wanted to back the car out of the garage, and both of them popped out. And when I was trying to pull it, the wheels kind of just kind of went like in really hard, and then crushed the shit out of my fenders. I managed to pop them kind of back in the spot, but you can see that there's some remnants of, like, it kind of bent the shit out of them this way, both of them. So I had a pretty good crab walk going on. This one came back pretty nice, but it's still, they've got this little kink here, and you know, this came completely separated and whatnot. Yeah, so that's nice. So I ordered a set of 2017 Mazda 3 lower ball joints, and we'll replace that. This one kind of clamped in, like I freaking hogged it in pretty good. Also, for whatever reason, I cranked the bolt down, and it's like the axles aren't long enough. You know, you got the whole hubs kind of doing this shit, so we're either gonna have to throw a washer or something back there to space it out so we can properly tighten that back up, and I think that should take care of this. Now, I should have just did this to begin with and yeeted all this crap off it, all the high pressure fuel pump shit and everything. It's a good thing I never spent any money on it. So I'm gonna get port injected intake for it off of Ford Ranger. I'm pretty sure the MZR early Ford Rangers are just port injection. So we're gonna yeet this off, take that off, and I'm gonna go to the wrecking yard and go grab that. And I've got a Mega Squirt MS3X, and we could slap that on, get our VVT, do whatever, have your freaking your auto tune and all that crap, and I can fucking get rid of all this shit, and it'll be a lot nicer looking anyway. But yeah, it's just, it'll be better. I could throw the Mazda 2 cluster back in. You would have no idea that this motor's even in there. I was doing a little research, and after about 350 horsepower, which I don't even plan on hitting at any point, there's some duty cycle issues with the direct injection. So even if you get your Cobb access ports, like $600, you get your upgrade that and your in-tank pump, you're in it like $1,200, and then there's issues with the other shit, and then people just go port injection after. So with the piggyback ECU and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna nip it in the bud and just go full standalone with crap I already have. I mean, the MS3X was $1,300 Canadian, which is what, like $7.50 American. So yeah, I'm gonna just get to that. These are all 10 mils. I'll fully take that off. Each yard down there. We're gonna get rid of this fly-by-wire crap. Get a cable. I won't be the first one ever to do that. I almost lost it. Cobra cleaner. Don't have any other spray. Kinda know. Alright, so we got the intake off. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. Leave. And then there's this bad boy down here. And that should come off. And now I guess this is the direct injection shit. So you have this connector here. So I guess just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that'll come off. And then I think there must be some kind of plug kit or something for this. I'll research that before I say anything else. But I'm gonna get that off because it doesn't need to be there. The fuel pump relay was definitely priming because it definitely had fuel come out of here. And then I'm gonna take these two off here. And then we'll get the 2.5 Duratec intake tomorrow. I think I'm gonna get one off of Fusion. They've got like 3 or 4 of them in the yard, so I'm gonna go that route. I think everything up to 2010 had 170 horsepower, and then after 2013 they're all like 175, so I don't know what makes the difference. Typical kind of injection, anything with injectors, I know. Need extra oomph to get it off. Oh, I'm being lazy, but I don't care. Oh, that was the relay definitely worked because it's pissing fuel everywhere right now. So that was holding it in. It's fully coming out. Gasolina. Fucking rakes. Fucking rakes, brah. Hey, there we go. There's your direct injectors. stuck, mofo. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, got her out. Really crusty on the ends, eh? Like, I guess it could be worse, but 250,000 kilometers on it. I guess it could be a lot worse. I don't know where the fuck to put this. I'm running out of room. Six, it's all out. I guess you just fucking find plugs for it. But like, intake points are terrible. For real. Like, I don't need to walnut blast anything. I think you can just get away with like just fucking carb clean or something. Always just kind of, if I put my finger in there and pulling whatever out it is out instead of pushing it in. But it really doesn't look terrible. Like, I've seen some pictures, it's rough. But not bad. We'll get the other intake and then figure the rest of the other shit out tomorrow. Have a nice night. After some swearing later, here we are. I guess, I don't know, pop out the bottom, I'm not even sure. Or the top. I bought these brand new with already this installed. I think I'm just gonna need to put a different one on and another thing on here. Ooh, wasn't hanging that happy. Need to get the other adapter for it. I'll just jam a screwdriver in there. Oh yeah, good, yeah. Yeah, that's good for your GoPro. When it tumbled, it also tumbled on something metal. But, you know, you have the case on it. Should be alright. I'm gonna get the other adapter. So back at the Mazda 2, we replaced these control arm bushings with some 2017 Mazda 3 ones. I'm not sure if they're just gonna bolt right in. Maybe I should take the control arm off, but I'm gonna try just getting her done without doing that. Yeah, you see here with the nut, it's not like fully seated, or these, or the bearings, this 2017 Mazda fucking things are fucked, but I doubt that. I mean, the bolts are out, so maybe I should put those back in. I mean, it wouldn't move for the life of me, so I was hoping if I just if I move it, can just it'll come off itself or something. But everything else will break before that, I guess. So yeah, I got the intake manifold removed. I was gonna try to use I don't know, I came across a thread. They said you could use like a Ford Fusion intake. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. So for this, I'm gonna decide to take this shit off, these flaps, and like port this out like big time. Like you can port, like gasket match the crap out of this. Like it's insane how much you could, like literally these grease marks right here, you can port like all that, and then you would be matched up to the ports on the head, and then you could even go further with the head and everything. But I don't think I'm gonna go even try doing it on the head. So you end up taking this off, JB welding. I think you just JB weld here. I think you gotta JB weld in between, just like here, 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 and here. Don't necessarily have to JB weld in between. And at least you don't have to do the end there. So here, there, there, there. I don't even know what I'm going on about anymore. And then we got a standard, like, you know, your like a cable throttle from where the hell did it go? Oh yeah, I shoved it in here. So it's a cable throttle from an Escape. I guess you could just mount it like that, I guess, if you really wanted to, like backwards. Then you wouldn't have to run an adapter plate or anything. But I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna either make an adapter plate, or I'm gonna try to remove this and literally swap it into this bad boy. This is the throttle from the from a Fusion. The bolts holes line up to the Mazdaspeed intake, but it doesn't have the bungs for the coolant. It's got them coolant bungs. I don't know where the hell that went. Oh, here it is. There's the difference. It's got these bungs for the coolant. I don't feel like I need that. I'm pretty sure this lines up. If it doesn't, I'm taking it back to the wrecking yard, but I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, it's like perfect. So we're gonna run that. Well, I'm gonna try to modify this. If it doesn't work, who cares? I mean, this one. I'm gonna modify that one. If it doesn't work, still have this one. I'll have to, and I still have the cable one, so I'll just modify that one instead, or put a, just make a freaking block off plate or whatever for it. Let's go ahead, put these bad boys on. Not quite sure how it's gonna go. Yeah. Funny, I bought this socket just for this, and I have one already. Just chilling there. Yeah, there's like a big space here on, and this can go as far in as it wants. But it'll stop. I mean, so it needs a washer, I think. Right there. So I'm guessing the Mazdaspeed knuckles have a provision for that. But here you can see that the splines for the axle are right there. So there has to be like something to take up that gap, or it's not gonna tighten. I mean, I might just get new ones of these if they're shit, like, but I'm not too worried about it right now. They're going in the middle so you don't bust anything. But this, watch this. This freaking cuts you like nothing. Of course, my super tight, but they're not bad. Of course, this is stuck. I really don't want to do that at all. Okay. So a little recap. Alright, so after I tried pulling those knuckles off, basically the whole thing was all stuck together, so I had to pull them off in one piece. So we end up putting the stock knuckles back on. But yeah, now the stock bushings, I tried welding them back onto the stock control arms, and they I basically had to cut them and then drill a hole and put a bolt through the whole thing. So it's not going anywhere. But yeah, I mean, it's really not going anywhere. So we're gonna get new control arms, and they'll have the new ball joints in them, and then we'll just, the motor's gotta come out anyway. I need to save up a bunch of money for all the injectors and shit, so this is on hold. She's sitting here, happy to not be in the garage anymore. And the next video we'll be doing the Mega Squirt, the transmission swap, and then I guess the fuel pump swap too and stuff like that. So I got a higher flow fuel pump for it. So that'll be in part 3. Have a nice day.